In the very beginning, before cities or stories or even time as we know it, there was a garden, lush, untouched, and bursting with life. Trees stretched tall toward the sky, rivers flowed clear as glass, and every creature roamed free. At the heart of it all was a man named Adam, formed from the very dust of the earth, given breath by God himself. He had everything: beauty, peace, purpose. But still, something was missing. So God created Eve, a companion, an equal. She wasn't made from the ground, but from Adam's rib, close to his heart. Together they explored the garden hand in hand, naming animals, marveling at stars, laughing under the shade of trees. Everything was perfect. Almost. There was just one rule, just one tree they were told not to touch. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Everything else was theirs to enjoy. But that one tree, it was off limits. Days passed, maybe weeks, maybe years. Until one afternoon, Eve wandered near the forbidden tree, and there she met the serpent. It didn't hiss or bite. It spoke, gently, persuasively. "Why not eat the fruit?" it asked. "It won't harm you. In fact, it'll open your eyes. You'll be like God." The words were smooth, tempting. She hesitated, but only for a moment. Then she reached out, picked the fruit, and took a bite. She handed it to Adam, and he did the same. In that instant, something shifted. The garden didn't change, but they did. Their eyes were opened, yes, but not to power, to shame. They noticed they were naked, vulnerable, exposed. So they covered themselves and hid when they heard God walking nearby. But God already knew, and his heart broke. He called out to them, not with rage, but with sorrow. "Where are you?" When they emerged, trembling, he didn't destroy them, but he couldn't let them stay. So, Adam and Eve were sent out of Eden. The gates closed behind them, and for the first time, humanity stood on its own, outside of perfection, but not outside of grace. It was the end of paradise, but the beginning of the story we all now share, a journey of choice, consequence, and redemption. Because even when we fall, the story doesn't end there.